Good morning, dear students. Today's lecture is devoted to the characteristic features of phraseological units, and we also speak about phraseological synonyms, antonyms, harmonics, and polysemy. We know that phraseology, it is a system, harmonious system. It has autonomy, since phraseological units are fundamentally different, on the one hand from words and on the other hand from free phrases. Like words, phraseological units consist of phonemes that perform a meaningful function. This determines the systemic connections of phraseology with the phonemic system of the language. Then, phraseologisms correlate in different ways with different parts of speech, which characterizes their systemic connections at the morphological level. It means that phraseological units are connected with a morphological level, phonological level, and performing certain syntactic functions in the system. Phraseological units are also in systemic relations with other linguistic units at the syntactic level. As a part of phraseological system of English language, various groups or paradigms of phraseological units are distinguished and united by their characteristic features. Phraseological units can have one meaning and many meaning, and they can be synonymous, antonymous, homonymous, polysemantic. Synonymy of phraseological units. Phraseological units that have a close or identical meaning enter into synonymous relations. For example, разбираться в чем-то. We can express this meaning by number of expressions of phraseological units. For example, to know on which side one bread is buttered, to know what's what, to know how many beans make fire. All of these expressions, they are synonymous. As for antonymy of phraseological units, antonymic relations in phraseology are less developed than synonymous. The antonymy of phraseological units is often supported by the antonymic connections of their lexical synonyms. For example, to be down and out, to be all health, to feel great, with a light heart and with a heavy heart, a heart of gold and a heart of stone. These expressions are in antonymic relations with each other. Then the polysemy of phraseological units. Polysemy, most phraseological units, they are characterized by their unambiguity, однозначность. They have only one meaning. Their semantic structure is quite monolithic. For example, from the first look, предаваться по первому впечатлению, or to daydream, предаваться бесплотным мечтам. These expressions, they have only one meaning. They are monolithic, they are unambiguous, but there are also phraseological units with multiple meaning. They are called polysemantic phraseological units. They have many meanings. For example, to play fool, ничего не делать, the first meaning. The second meaning is вести себя несерьезно, дурачиться, делать глупости. So the phraseological units with multiple meanings, which has many meaning, they are called polysemantic. Phraseological units with the opposite meanings, they are in antonymous relationships. They are antonymic. Phraseological units with a similar meaning or the same meaning, they are called synonymous phraseological units. Then, homonymy of phraseological units. Homonymic relations of phraseological units arise when phraseological units of the same composition appear in completely different meaning. For example, they are the same in the outer form, but they're different in the inner form. For example, dry as dust, You see, we have here three meaning: высохший, скучный, скука смертная, тоска зеленая, or the end of the line, тупик, конец карьеры, печальный финал. И вышедший, the second meaning, вышедший из моды, устаревшая модель, or the expression far gone, тяжело больной, the second сумасшедший, the third пьяный, в сильном подпитии, the fourth ветхий, давний, нуждающийся в ремонте, and the fifth meaning далеко зашедший. So harmonic phraseological units, they have the same composition, they have the same outer form, and but they have completely different meaning. They are harmonic phraseological units. Then polysemantic, they have many meanings. One phraseological unit can have multiple meanings. For example, to play full, and those phraseological units that have only one meaning, they are called monolithic, unambiguous phraseological units. Then autonomic phraseological units, they have quite opposite meanings to each other. For example, to be down and out, or to be all health, to be with a light heart, with a heavy heart. So here we have two opposite phraseological units. And synonymic phraseological units, they have identical close meaning, but the outer form is also different. So that's all. Thank you very much for the listening. Bye.